Good morning. It is 8:30 and we are out for our walk. There's Nadia there. And here is Boo 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 down here. And it is February, 26th or 27th. Ugh. And I thought I'd make this little video because with any luck at all, this will be the last of the snow that it will be out like a lion, in like a lion, out like a lamb. That's what they say of March in Canada and probably other places where there are snow. I am especially not happy to see snow today because I had planned to go and see my beloved daughter a little later today, but I'm not a very good driver. I'm a very fearful driver, and I hate driving even when the conditions are optimal, but when they aren't, I just fear for my life and the life of the dogs as well. So I don't drive in bad weather. I think that's just, maybe I'm just a coward. Well, I know perfectly well that I am a coward, but I am a coward who is erring on the side of discretion rather than valor. Come. Come. There's a dog in there they like to bark at. Come on, you fellas, come on. And we are walking through the ghost forest, which in the snow looks particularly ghostly. And my forest devouring neighbor has been busy. A lot of trees have come down, so he's taken those out fair and square, but before long, this little last shadow of ghost forest, he'll have completely cleared it. And that is his ambition before he dies, which he sees as a noble one. For my part, I'm extremely grateful that he lets me walk the dogs here because we're safe from the traffic, which is a little maniacal on our road here. And, oh yes, more ghostification. Poor dear. I feel for all the animals whose homes have been stolen from them by this benefactor to humanity. Anyway, it sure is beautiful, the snow on the trees. And I am grateful to be able to walk the dogs here safe from ticks and traffic. Let them off the leash, which is wonderful. So, we have a kind of a catch-22. And if my neighbor was not a murderer of forests, I would find him quite a charming person. He is a wealthy mortician who is retired, and he could have built himself a great ostentatious mansion, which many rich people do. And for some perverse reason, he decided not to do that. He has a perfectly charming little house that he has, it's just a little house for him and his wife. And they raise chickens, and as I said, I would find them wonderfully charming people if it weren't for the fact that he is destroying this forest wantonly, probably to sell to developers. His wife doesn't like being in the country. She doesn't like the animals that threaten her chickens, There's little river otters that live here, and she thinks they're rats. Oh, my God. And, yes. Yeah, and the Conservation Authority has slapped him on the wrist a couple of times, but according to him, the township just loves him, and of course, why wouldn't they? So eventually there'll be some kind of god-awful subdivision vomited forth out here. And, well, my mother says people have to live somewhere, and that sure is true right now. There's so many homeless people. But other creatures need homes too. And this forest was their home. And I don't think that just because some rich asshole has the money and the Tonka Man toys to do it, that he should feel good about depriving all that wildlife of their home or stealing what little wild places there are left in the world. Oh, the conceit of humanity literally makes me feel sick and breathless with horror. But there is not a thing I could do about it, as my daughter says. So I try not to get worked up and just simply be grateful that I'm allowed to walk the dogs here. And it is a wonderful, wonderful place to walk the dogs. No two ways about it. So I'm very, very sorry that I won't get to visit my wonderful daughter, who has bought me the lost Jennifer Long. So I'm amazed that she did that. I kind of would prefer that she hadn't, because she bought it on eBay from scalpers, quadruple its original price. But she is the last Monster High collector doll I will buy. I don't even go to the fan club site anymore, even though they wouldn't give me back my money for joining when they wouldn't find Jennifer Long or send me another Jennifer Long. So, yes, I'm not a very good modern citizen. I was watching a couple of art documentaries, one about art washing, and then the other one called Who's Afraid of Modern Art? And the one that was about Who's Afraid of Modern Art talked a little bit about games. And it's not the first time that I have realized despite having read a great deal of philosophy and sociology and literature, I'm somewhat deficient in my understanding of human nature, for the very simple reason that I don't play games. I don't play any games. I know how to play chess. I learned because I wanted to make a chess set. I am indifferent. I've learned how to play poker, which I promptly forget, and backgammon, which, well, that was kind of fun. But the most fun part, I used to play backgammon with a partner of mine. And the most fun thing about backgammon was we had a cat at the time named Grimoire, who would sit up at the back of the couch watching us play backgammon. And we knew that at some point, Grimoire would win the game by pouncing upon the board and scattering everything hither and yon. And to me, that was the best part of the game, was when Grimoire won. I guess I have won things from time, not very often, but from time to time. I got a job that I was competing with a friend for at a company we worked at, and she really, really wanted the job. And I wanted the job because I wanted a full-time job. It was the only job, but she really valued the job itself, and I got the job. And so I guess I won, but I always felt really bad about that because the job really meant something to her, and all it meant to me was just an adequate amount of money. And I hated the job. But yeah, so I've never really winning and losing. I guess when I've won stuff on eBay, I have definitely felt a moment of elation, but not so much because I won, but more just relief that I had procured a much coveted item. So, yeah, but I think that without some real feeling for gaming, you're kind of at a loss these days. These days more than ever, since, our world is pretty enmeshed in technology and computer technologies in particular. And computer guys, they're all gamers. And yeah, so without that, I think it could be beneficial. Gamification, you know, if you get points for ethical behavior, maybe, I don't know. I'm just rambling on and on and on, mostly just to film the beautiful, beautiful snow and lament that I'm not going to see my wonderful daughter today, which I was really, really looking forward to. But I do so enjoy being out with the dogs. That's my favorite thing to do these days, is just be with the animals. Like Boo is, look at Boo's feet. Look at Boo, has got snowball feet. The snow just forms snowballs on Boo. And he doesn't seem to care. He likes the cold. Nadia doesn't like the cold so much, but she loves to run, so there she is over there. Where's the beautiful Nadia? Where's the beautiful Nadia? Come on, let's go. All right, Nadia. Nadia. They're playing. I know it sounds crazy, but they are just playing. Nadia.